Hello, friends out there. You're welcome again. This is your friend, No Solution. Happy weekend. Let's talk tonight about pornography addiction. And talking about porn addiction, there are those sexual activities that you are involving yourself in, and it's beginning to affect your activities of daily living, your relationships, ability to function effectively in other aspect of life, but still you cannot change, you cannot stop. It is a compulsive disorder, something you are compelled to do, even when it is not convenient, even when you are not in an environment that is conducive, but something is telling you, like you see, some people do it in the bars, some people do it in the restroom, some people do it in their offices. They go to the restroom in their offices, they begin to, because they are addicted. It's not different from other addictions that we know. Then besides that, is a medical condition because there are some places, it affected places in the brain that has to do with pleasure and rewards. You understand? That is why we say it is a medical condition. And when we're talking about addiction, it's just like the substance use. You are just compelled, like the excessive masturbation or something. Then when we're talking about let's talk about briefly about some of the causes of addiction, pornography addiction. Number one cause is underlying mental health conditions. Some of us, some people have anxiety, they have depression, you understand. And in order to, like trying to get out of the problem, they enter deep into addiction and it becomes an issue. Then apart from that, there might be relationship problems. You are in a relationship, you are not getting the kind of sex that you need, or maybe you have relationship incompatibility, especially or sexual incompatibility, and you think, okay, that this is the way I got to do it. Maybe you're not getting the satisfaction that you need from your partner, and you want to, go into pornography, and before you know, you get hooked and you are addicted. Apart from that, there is the third point is biological causes. There are changes in the brain chemistry. You understand? And when we're talking about brain chemistry, we have some chemicals. We call them neurotransmitters, like dopamine, like norepinephrine, all those things. When there is alteration in those chemicals, there are changes. You understand? Somebody can come down with pornography addiction. Apart from that, if you don't have the required healthy sexual education, you understand? You have education, you have sex, you don't have sex education, or you have sex education that are unhealthy. If you don't have healthy sex education, you can fall into pornography addiction. Because when you know the healthy sex education between the unhealthy, you know how to manage yourself. And of course, if there's history of substance abuse and pornography at times go hand in hand. They are closest relatives. You understand? So if something like that happens, somebody can get addicted. And sometimes there is something we call hypersexual behavior. And when we're talking about hypersexual behavior, it's as a result of conditions like dementia, like epilepsy. Those when somebody have dementia or epilepsy, the area that regulates sexual activities are being tampered with. There is alteration from the normal to abnormal. And if it happens like that, somebody can, go into pornography addiction. Apart from that, there's social causes like rejection in relationship, social circle, or social isolation, which can, you just want to kill the pain, you want to numb the pain, and you're looking for a way out. And if you're not careful, you can fall into addiction. Apart from that, there's period loneliness, period of boredom, anxiety, depression, which can happen. And at times there are some drugs, we call it something like pharmacotherapy. And we're talking about pharmacotherapy. There are some drugs like antidepressant, some medications that when you take them, the side effect of some of them can lead you to become hypersexual, and you want to let out your sexual feeling by going to watch pornography. You understand? Addiction is addiction everywhere. So how do we prevent it? And what are the signs? What are the symptoms? Then we talk about that in the next video. See you in the next video.